from the angle. Oh, yes!
Lads, a big apology for this one. Someone left this idiot in control of the audio tonight, so it might sound a little bit different, but thank you for persevering with us. Hopefully you enjoy the episode and you can take all the value from it. We'll see you in there. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Lockout podcast. I'm your host, Josh, coach and captain of the Young Midfield. I'm here with Hawko.
That's right, I'm Hawko, manager of the Dark Brotherhood, and as you can see, I'm one man short, but that's all right. And we've got Ryan.
Yeah, we've got the three best men here that anyone could have asked for. But yeah, you've got the leader of Greater West Richmond over here on the far right.
And as we said, we are missing our Croxy. He's not here to support us through this, but we do have some recording.
What were you going to say? Our
village idiot. But, he provides a lot of, I was going to say valuable insight, but...
no.
Yeah, no.
We love you,
Croxy. Hope you're doing well. But we're here to do the preview. So we're going to be looking at round 19 and who we can look to fix our teams, because there is some absolute shit shows.
Well, carnage isn't even fucking the right word. It's not even enough.
But chaos is a ladder that we can all climb. So we're in a good place. We'll just keep going.
So I'll just be frank. There's actually 47,000 people that have quit the game. They've given up.
That would not surprise me.
Well, what?
Be back next year.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically said the same thing as me. Or you should have. As soon as we saw Nick Martin go down, I was like, "All season over."
Yeah, literally.
Just more and more and more. Boom, boom, boom. Well, especially when you had to see on Nick Martin.
It's a disaster. Well, with that in mind, let's jump into how we went this week. So, bit of carnage out and about. But who wants to lead us off? Who was the worst scorer this week?
Well, that was Essendon, because they lost.
Yeah, that was Essendon. Congratulations as well on that win.
Yeah,
but what about our fantasy teams?
That was me.
Yeah, cool. So how about you take us through your fantasy team and their dismal Essendon-like experience?
Yeah, so I finished up on just outside the 30,000, inside 30,000, 28,000.
Well, you stayed in the
30
just.
Okay.
Total score of 18-18.
Okay.
Where's the rest of it? Oh, that's...
Well, it was there, but it came off with Martin's ACL.
You've got to... Oh, man.
So it left the chart, just like Essendon's.
I don't know.
Hopes and dreams.
Jerry on 58. Nick Martin.
No, let's Nick Martin. That's a big one.
Oh.
Nick Martin, not even Nick Martin. Nick Martin captain.
That just could be.
Yeah, it's the bad.
Okay, so you ended up with 18-18. Where you ranked? 30k. 28,000. So you still.
Did you make money?
Did you make money cash?
7k.
Oh, that's impressive.
Is
it? Yeah. You're up. So that's positive.
Yeah.
And do you have your team value?
My team value is 23.57 million.
Okay, 23.57 million. All right. So that's how you went. I definitely didn't score anywhere near that, so I'm assuming that Hawko...
Well, Nick was next.
Nick was next. Okay. All right, so let's have a look how Nick went. We've got a recording from Nick. He sent it through for us so we can listen. So let's open this one up.
Well, I think the less said about the weekend, the better. So can we just move on to round 19? Yeah, so obviously he came third ahead of Ryan, and behind the other two boys, I scored 18.52 for the week, which was pretty rubbish. But in a week that was very chaotic for a lot of coaches out there, maybe not so bad. My total cash gen was negative, so negative 16k. Not too bad, considering Nick Martin alone lost me 105k, and Connor Rosie 41k. But both those guys were injured, so can't really blame them. Nick Martin obviously with the ACL, which is a bit of a devastating blow for him. Going to miss the rest of the season, and Rosie might miss this week. But the one player I want to highlight was Matthew Kennedy, losing me 84k. What the hell are you doing, mate? Rubbish. Come on. We might be hearing about you a bit later on. And my rank dropped from 20,184th to 23,123rd. So yeah, a bit of a loss there. Total cash gen is now 23,476k. And that rank lost was a total of almost 3,000 now, so shitty.
So that is how Nick went. Look, not the most ideal outcome, but like he said, a lot of coaches will have suffered this week, and I'm sure he's not the only one that's been caught in a bit of a
There
pinch?
was a lot of people. I was next, obviously. I only scored not much better than these boys. 1869. I mean, I had basically the same problems as these. Jerry, same as Ryan there. I had Martin as my captain with a whopping 36 points. I mean, it just wasn't a great week all round.
That is hard.
So I also went down rank, obviously. I went to 24,866. I went down 2,500 ranks. Somehow made 34k.
Nice.
So I somehow stayed positive
Well
in
done.
that. So I'll take that with Martin losing 105. So not too bad. And then you bring us home, mate.
Yeah, so I actually didn't have a terrible round, which is kind of surprising. So I ended up scoring a 21.52.
Jesus.
So pretty consistent across. Yeah, pretty consistent across the round, which is awesome because in a week where I didn't have Nick Martin, who else went down? Nick Martin,
Francis, Rosie.
No, I had those guys. Yeah, I had them.
Jerry.
So I just didn't have Nick Martin, which cooked a lot of people. I had Jerry. So I went from 6,081 ranked down to 5,054. So almost inside the top 5k.
Mate, you just need a couple more. Everyone else is like, no more injuries. You're like, actually, give me the injuries.
Yeah, literally. That's
I
what
might
I
actually
said.
get the rank up.
I said that in the chat.
Roll the dice.
Cash gen. So I went and reworked this out. I thought I lost 60k, but I've actually made 45. So team value of 24,913,000. So almost at the 25 mil mark there, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah,
Another round like that, I don't want to say I want it, but it definitely helped me.
Not for the rest of us. So.
So who's going down this week? Who do you think's going to get injured?
Yeah, so we can jump off.
Oh,
there.
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I wouldn't tell you though, because I want you to bring.
I reckon it's going to be Lockie Whitfield.
Don't say that.
Say that.
All right, so that is how we went and what we scored. Hopefully you had similar weeks to what I did and not what these two have. But now it's time to lean into the Brownlow vote. So why don't we hear from Croxy, who sent through his Brownlow votes,
Croxy
and he can lead us through that. So let's hear from Croxy around his Brownlow.
All right, so Brownlow voting, boys. So I've got Nasai Wanganini Malura for 3 votes. He scored a 146. Oh, wait, shit, he was my captain. No, sorry, fuck. He scored a 73. Leave him out. We've actually got Bont for a 166 there for 3 points. Coming in second there with 2 points is Jordan Dawson for 129. And in third there, rounding out the Brownlow votes for me, is Brodie Grundy with a 126. Just turning it on and showing that he's still the pig in the ruck.
He is the ruck pig. So the 3 votes for Bont, 2 votes for... Who was that? Whitfield? And 1 vote for...
Dawson.
Dawson.
No, that's Grundy. That's true.
It was Bond, Dawson, Grundy.
Yeah, Bont, Dawson, Grundy.
Yeah.
So that is how Nick went. Hawko, have you got your Brownlow votes there that you want to share?
Yeah, sure. So slightly different, obviously not too much. So Dawson, obviously 3 votes for me with the 129. Dan Curtin for 2 votes with another good score from him. I think he scored a 114, which is pretty good. And then I've gone down 1 vote to Sheasel.
Okay, so you've gone Dawson, Curtin. I love that you've finally been able to give Curtin a little bit of votes. You've been hot on the guy for forever. And you had Sheasel as your final vote, so the 113 there. Ryan, who did you have for your Brownlow votes, your 3, 2, 1?
Brayshaw, Dawson, then Grundy. 3, 2, 1. 138, 129, 126.
Very, very nice indeed. I am going to give my Brownlow vote. So shout out to you, Mr. Brayshaw, standing there with head bleeding like no tomorrow. Kath Laughlin's like, are you sure you do not need to sit down? Like, he was just claret was running. So
he's
3 votes for him.
I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know how he was doing that interview. And then I had to give Zachy Butters the 2 votes. So brought him in on debut, scored the 125. I want to say.
love that from a debutant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Strong. And then, look, I want to give it to Whitfield as well because he was also a debutant with the 120. But for a guy that we found out in the second quarter has broken his foot, got a jab in it, came back out, kicked 2 goals, had an absolute monster through the last 3 quarters and finished on 112. JHF, it's a fond farewell to you, mate. Thank you very much for fucking my team once again, but doing a good job on the way out.
That's nice.
So that is my 3, 2, 1 there. Let's have a look at the flop of the week now.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is a chance to, look you, listener, viewer, dead in the eye
Wow.
and just really bond. So, we're going to hear from Nick. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some hostility involved in this. I haven't heard this.
There's a lot of people to give it to, I'm assuming. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty garbage team.
Wow.
But he did finish third, so
Yeah.
not what that says about him. So let's jump in. Nick, this is your flop of the week.
All right, so moving on to my flop of the week here, and Jesus Christ, Matthew Kennedy, were you injured? Did you miss half the game on the bench? No. What the fuck are you putting up 30 points for with 6 disposals? Oh my God. How is that even possible, mate? Were you like running away from the ball the entire game or something? I mean, even the Adelaide sub, Chase Jones, scored a 41. Like, pull your fucking finger out, bro. Like, last week, what did you score? You scored an 85 last week and you lost me 32k. Like, not that I'm probably going to trade you, but, like, you need to lift your game, hey? Otherwise, you're fucking out.
So, not some hostility, but a real wake-up call for Matt Kennedy. If you're listening or watching...
Mate, he's had a fucking colossal run. I think he's a bit tired.
Yeah, probably.
But then Bot's like, I'm back to full...
Literally.
I'm back to full health. You can piss off out the door.
Also, I mean, we'll talk about this a little bit later when we talk some of the trade situations, but, the Bulldogs are sitting in, 9th place at the moment?
Yeah.
They cannot afford to lose a game, and they have Bont, Libba, and Ed Richards in full flight.
Yeah. You can't.
And Matt Kennedy, I'm sorry, you're like the fat kid sitting on the sidelines right now. You're holding your cupcake, just hoping that the lads invite you to handball.
You
Guess what?
Colossal run, brother.
They're gonna leave the fourth. They're gonna leave the fourth square open.
Yeah.
And you aren't invited. We'll talk about it later. But that is Matt Kennedy. So, what about yourselves? Who have you got? Ryan, do you want to take us through your flop of the week? I'll go, and then we'll send it into Hawko with flop of the week and sort your shit out.
So my flop is also the person that's most traded out this week, but Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah.
50, I can't give it to Mum because he got injured, but fucking hell, 18 for a captain is rubbish. But yeah, Jerry is definitely. Stop laughing, mate. I just realised that I didn't captain anyone else, on my team, I would have beaten Nick.
Yeah.
It's the same as me. It's fucking shit.
Like I could have fucking captained bloody Rosie, who got fucking injured.
Mate, you could have kept.
And I would have beaten
somebody on the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, literally anyone else, and you would have not finished last. Okay, my flop of the week, I am also going to give it to the big man. Jerry, you've been a stalwart. You've been a soldier. I thought you were going to come up against this matchup with Max and just go, do you know what? Big guy, it's my time to shine. And the only shining you did was leave one on Tom's back. So...
Jeez.
The big left kind of threw it out there and took him down. I think it was on from there. But he hasn't had the best run of form. So, Jerry, it is time to leave the island.
Wow. Fair enough.
Leave the island, eh?
Yeah, he's voted off.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you watch Survivor, you know what I'm talking about. With our play out last and...
I thought that show got cancelled.
Survivor.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking kidding.
No, sorry, the guy that does it in Australia, he's been cancelled.
Yeah, the Australian one.
What's it in?
The fella off the Australian one, he's been done, cancelled.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hawko, take us through your flop of the week and bring us into sort your shit out.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, I could follow the same suit. Should realistically go Jerry, but I mean...
If you've got someone else to give to, I'm deeply surprised.
No, I'm giving it to Nick Martin. I don't care. I captain
No.
you. I don't give a fuck if you got injured and your ACL is done and you're the best player at that club up until Merritt started to pull his finger out. You got fucking injured when I captained you. You're a fucking waste of space. Piss me off. What are you doing?
I can't allow
What are you
that.
doing? Well, I fucking too bad.
I can't allow that.
Nah. Flop of the week, easily there. I don't really care. It's just not good enough when I captain somebody for you to go down and get hurt over a simple little shove like that as well. What are you doing? Not good enough.
He's going to be good value next year.
No, you won't be.
940.
I think it's less than $1 million, so probably
Yeah, maybe.
in round what 24 next year when he finally comes back from his 12-month injury.
Well, yeah, mate, he might not even come back after that. It's not like you guys will be making finals next year.
Fucking good value.
He's No, but he won the year after when he doesn't play.
Yeah.
It'll be what, 700k.
Yeah, you get
Good
a 10%
value.
discount.
Yeah,
between
that's going
30%.
to be good value. So 2027.
Seven.
2027.
If we're still playing by then,
Yeah.
and this kind of shit keeps happening.
All right. Anyway, though, so we're going to. I suppose
Bring us
my
into
favourite
some,
segment.
yeah, sort your shit out.
Sort your shit out. All right, mate. Fuck me. I thought there was names last week, but Jesus Christ, there's names this week. Maybe I've heard from a couple.
Before you go
You've already
into,
backed away.
I know. Before you rile in and you just name
I'm not
after
going
name
to
after name.
Yeah, but I will do a few names. Yeah.
Can you give us a bit of? Did anyone just give us a little bit of insight? Last time you did it, Libba took a little jump. He
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I'm here to show up."
Yeah.
Did we get any improvement out of any of our
A
players?
couple of people, yeah. Petrarca.
Okay, yeah.
Petrarca did alright. Yeah, Sinclair actually had a reasonable game.
Okay.
Horn Francis did as well.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So a
So-
couple.
So there's a little bit more to go through.
Yeah. So, but look, but I did hear that maybe I was a little harsh last week. I probably did fly off the handle a little bit. But there are even more names this week. But maybe I'll dial it back a bit for these crybabies in the league. Obviously, the big one. We're going to start with Matt Kennedy. I won't go Nick Martin because he was doing all right there until that injury, and even though he lost over 100k, which is wild, we won't talk about that. Matt Kennedy, 84 K he lost, which was a big deal. Obviously, he's on a bit of a downslope now with, as we mentioned, Libba and Bond in full form. 22% owned. Look, I think if you can get rid of him, do it. It's definitely the time to get rid of this fucking clown because the whole stacked midfield is just, it's time to go.
Yeah.
He's made your money, get him out the door, do it. Bailey Dale though, the Bulldogs are just taking hits left and right though, as some teams do. 58k down, only owned by 9% of people, so not too bad. But I mean, coming off that 149 disposal game that he had a few weeks ago, fuck we don't. You've barely had I think 20 disposals since then. And that's affecting the Bulldogs in general if they want to make the finals. So what the fuck are you doing? You need to play better in general. Even if you don't do it fantasy-wise, you need to do something. Jerry, obviously, is a big one. Obviously, it was a warning last week. Look, he just plays shit again.
So you're the reason he punched someone in the face?
Yeah, I told him to swing for the fences, and he took that literally. So that's my apologies for fantasy owners there. 50k down though, but now he's out for 3 weeks, so time for him to go. So we won't have to hear about his pathetic, useless waste of space individual that he is.
Wow.
And there'll only be, thankfully, one person with a helmet on that team.
Is your computer okay? Because you hit it pretty
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, all right. Don't do that. It
stop
literally has a chance to shut down.
Yeah.
Max Gawn though as well is now fucking kind of on this shit list here now as well, down 47k. Look, there's a few people considering bringing this guy in. He's got a fucking shocking run. He hasn't played well the past 4 weeks and he's still got a bad run. Don't consider it. Go Grundy, go English, go Cameron. There's so many other people. Do something else, but this guy is just not it at the moment. He is fucking dead tired. He's out of juice, and I can't even be mad about it because he's fucking played his heart out all year. Yeah. So good for you, Max. But maybe it's time to shave the beard. Maybe that'll give you back some powers or some shit. I don't know what you're doing.
They are playing Carlton though, so
yeah, who knows? Rosie obviously got hurt, but he was on about a bit of a downswing there. Sarong played a good game without getting tagged, but again lost money, so it's not really good enough there. McCluggage though. McCluggage, Brisbane are firing right now. McCluggage is now. It's like he's one of those players that like Bailey Dale or a Kennedy. He'll bring you up when your team is struggling.
Yeah.
But then when the team starts to play better as a whole, they fuck off. McCluggage, what the fuck are you doing?
I can say that.
You're still doing 25. You shouldn't be doing 25 disposals a game. What happens if Dunkley or Neil or Washcroft or Lashcroft decide to fucking have a vacation in the finals? And you're like, oh, the boys will carry me through. Then you fuck. What a waste of a year. Yeah. Sort your shit out.
That is true.
Adam Chera, another one that's kind of on the downslope as well. Again, kind of like McCluggage as well. And then Newcomb, fucking brother, what are you doing? Look, I can't wait for Will Day to be back because fuck me, you are the guy when we don't expect you to play and when we need you to play, you don't fucking show up. Sort your shit out. Fuck me.
So you're on notice.
He is.
That's big from you.
He is.
I don't even know if you had that in you.
Yeah. And that's it for Sort Your Shit Out. Ryan, what's our next segment? I think that's
take us into the most traded out, Ryan. Who are fantasy coaches looking to send out the door on this one?
Well, they're either injured or they're fucking playing shit because they're the ones that are traded out this week.
Okay,
Injured
that's
or playing shit.
That's typically how it works.
To be honest, it's pretty much all injuries for the first four. So you've got Christian Jerry.
Suspended.
Yep.
His left hand's a bit sore.
Oh, so he could be injured.
Yeah, he could be.
You've got Nick Martin.
Definitely injured.
I love how the photo that AFL Fantasy got up is actually Jerry, like, ready to punch on the board. You've got Nick Martin was injured. You've got Connor Rosie.
Injured.
Potentially injured.
I think he'll miss a
We
week.
don't know. Yeah,
We
we might
don't know.
miss a week.
Yep.
That could change anyways for a lot of players, so it's only early. JHF again.
Yep.
Out
Done.
for the season.
Season done now.
Amazing.
What an absolute fucking waste of space that cunt is. Anyways,
Really?
I mean, did somebody on here bring him in twice?
Which dum would ever do that?
you.
Yeah.
And then the last one that was spoken about just before, Matthew Kennedy.
So
He's
4 out of the
not
5
traded out.
suspended.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So,
And those are big names.
there's a lot of big names there.
That's not like a downgrade like a Johnson or a Liddy or somebody like that. Those are all big name players.
No, you wouldn't trade.
Well, who's the
Lydia.
cheapest player
Lydia-
on that, actually?
Lydia did 71 last week. The cheapest player is JHF, 747. So big dollars at the
Yeah,
moment.
wow.
So
Alright, well that's most traded out. I will segue into most traded in, but we'll kick off like we usually do with the week before or the week that was.
Yeah, take us through what it was.
George Stevens, most brought in last week.
Rubbish.
Scored a 21, which was unfortunate. I think, was he the sub? I think he was the sub.
Yeah, he was the sub,
He was the
yeah.
sub. So still made 30k, which isn't too bad. So obviously if you played him, it wasn't great as a...
it was still
Whatever.
39% time on ground for a 21.
Oh jeez.
So not fantastic.
Zach Merritt though, good score there, was second most brought in, and as he should be, he's trying to find his fucking groove again, obviously, because he's probably been contacted from other clubs asking, look at something.
He shut that down.
It's time for you to come to another club and win a final, so...
He shut that down.
102 from him and still made 16k. You got Errol Gordon, it was always going to be a tough matchup there, did get a slight tag as well. Only got an 89 and lost 9k, but he'll have a good run this week. McKercher though, still this guy is just killing it. Break even was over 41, hit an 88 and made 43k. And then Jack McRae, great option as well there. He could do with a bit more. Like I'm not seeing enough from the start of the season, but those are still a good score for a top F2.
I mean, if he can start to get 3 or 4 tackles a game,
that
really sets him a
the
good
10 to 15 points.
Yeah.
And that gets him the 100, 105, yeah.
Mhm.
And then, he got the 90 and made 13k. All right, so this week though, Jesus Christ, have we got some big names going out as Ryan put it, and big names coming in.
big names coming in.
Well, big. Top of the bigs is the pig.
The ruck pig.
The ruck pig. Brady Grundy, 1.18 million. Break even for 120. Projected at 106. But I mean, again, we're not doing that for show. Grundy comes in, he won't be leaving for the rest of the year. Let's be
The
honest.
thing is, he is going to score well because North don't have a decent.
Yeah,
ruck.
this is he is immediate reward.
Yeah.
He is going to.
Because I don't even know who the ruck will be. It'll be like Finbar or
Yeah,
something.
it's going to be Bryn Teakle.
Teakle's coming back in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't played since last year, I don't think.
Yeah, he's good.
Lockie Winfield next in line there in number 2. He is 922k. Well, we did say last week you did say last week that Josh he wouldn't get any cheaper. He did slightly. Lost a bit of money last week, but I mean, again, 922 is the cheapest we'll see Lockie Winfield.
Yeah, he's kind of 2 games into that concussion. So now those big deficits will start to fall off and he'll start to make some money.
Exactly. Whether he sees the ball as they're versing you boys tomorrow night will remain.
He pushes up the ground.
Yeah, true.
He'll definitely he'll probably be kicking goals. He'll be their best forward.
114 break even with a projection of a 95, but I mean, again, he's one of the best defenders this year. Probably him and Nass, even with Woodfield missing games, maybe Ash as well. Lloyd Meek. So this is for anyone that doesn't want to pay that extra 200k basically for Brody Grundy. 988k. He's also been on a bit of a heater the last few weeks. Versus not the easiest, but not the hardest competition. So, and also has a tough run. Look, it's kind of hard if you really don't want to pay that money. I don't think the option is to keep him for the rest of the year. If you're looking to keep him for the rest of the year, it's just going to be a tough run, and you're going to hopefully put the money somewhere else. But I don't think it's the right call. Break even of a 58, which is really good, and projected at a 93. I think he's versing Sweet or Vicentini.
Yeah.
Which he should monster both, or even Finlayson, which he again should monster
He
them
should
as well.
Yeah.
Jack McRae, obviously with the Nick Martin out, Jack McRae's one of the top 3 forwards this year. 947k projected at a 88, break even of 91. Again, if he's a top 3 forward, like that's what you're looking at. Hopefully, he should get 90 to 105. And then Matt Scorn, which I don't know why. Break even of a 152. Again, I suppose you're not doing it for the sake of that. Projected at a 103, but again, he looks tired. Like, surely you guys have seen it if you're paying attention. I don't know if it's the right call. He is obviously still one of the top 3 rucks in the league. Can he maintain that for the rest of the year?
He starts strong, but his last 2 seasons have really faded. It's whether or not he has the legs and the energy to carry all the way through.
Well, he's carrying the team as well.
Yeah.
Like last year, at least you had Petrarca helping him at the back end because Oliver wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oliver's kind of helping this year. Petrarca's kind of helping this year as well, but not to the extent. And Gorn's all on his back again.
Yeah.
Where Lever, fucking their defence looks horrific. Forward line, they've got no forward line. They've got no one. It's really piling onto him. And, as a premier ruck for the past, 12 years?
It's got to be hard. Yeah, it's definitely got to be hard.
Alright, anyway, though, that is the most traded in and out this week. What does that take us to?
Yeah, so that takes us into our trades. And I think, look, this will be a good cross-section of the community. Where we sit and who we have. We've got some popular names in there, and we will be addressing some of the concerns. So why don't we start off with Nick's trades and what he's kind of looking at. He's going to talk us through what his thought options are.
All right, so trades this week. Obviously, there's a bit of carnage, but Connor Rozee is likely to be a test for this weekend, so he may not even miss this weekend, which is good. If he's missing, you probably only miss a week. So he's staying with me for the foreseeable future. We've got out the door is Zach Johnson for 505k, making way for him. With that cash, we're going into Errol Goulden, and he's coming in from my midfield there. And then out the door, unfortunately, Nick Martin's missing the rest of the season with that ACL. So Lockie Whitfield's coming in for in his place. So it's only about a 19k drop there to Whitfield, and I think he's going to do pretty well for the rest of the season. I'm also potentially thinking of not doing Whitfield this week and dropping down to a rookie that's going to debut for about 230k to 300k. But I'm just going to wait to see who is on the debuts this week and what's available there. I'll obviously send through posts later in the week, and we'll upload them to the socials. Now, I bet you boys are wondering, how the hell is he going from Zach Johnson to Errol Goulden? Well, remember last week.
Okay, so they are Croxy's trades, and look, I think there's big moves being made.
Yeah. Well, that's why he did the double downgrade last week, as he was about to say. We should remember that. So he's got the money to do it, which is good for him. And obviously, only with the one injury, the big injury of Martin, because he got rid of Jerry, it's going to work out for him being able to bring in Goulden, because I was going to do that this week.
Yep.
Like I said, I plan ahead 2-3 weeks ahead, and I can't do it now with the 2 injuries.
Yeah.
He's done well. He pulled the trigger early, and it's given him a good opportunity.
Yeah, 1,000%. I think it's one of those things where you kind of just got to take it in the moment. We make these plans and we have the best laid plans, but this is exactly why you pull the trigger of the moves when you can, because you never know what's around the corner. So Nick's taking us through theirs. I might go through mine if that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm in a position where I have to get rid of Jerry. I also have Jason Horn-Francis, and I have Connor Rozee. So
Yeah, but you have the 1.5 million on us, so really you don't have to stress too much. It's
I still have to stress because I want to bring up
Bont on his bench.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a bomb.
I'm bringing in Brody Grundy this week, and that is really challenging me from a cash standpoint.
Oh.
So because I want to go up, it really limits who I can do on the forward other side. So I'm tossing up between two options. One option is Cooper Harvey, the North Melbourne forward, but he's been playing defense basically. He's 405k. The other option I've been looking at is having a look at bringing in, who was it? Tyrell Dewar. I just want to confirm the role and see kind of what's going on there because
we can't tell because there was a few weeks where that role was there.
Yeah.
And then he got that, was it injury and then suspension or injury or something like that?
Yeah.
He was out for a couple of weeks. And then Hutchinson went back to the role and is now owning that role.
Yeah.
So we got to find out what the hell's going on.
The other option I can do is not trade JHF, leave him on field and have either Taru or Archer May cover, and then look to upgrade. I've got Sam Doherty sitting on my midfield bench. The reason I want to keep him is in case Nick Dacos, who has a foot concern, is out. It means I've got direct cover, which I think a lot of coaches out there will be pretty cooked if that's the case. And I can still leave Tom McCarthy in my defense to cover off Connor Rozee if he misses. So I kind of want to keep him, but if I just left JHF, that would depend on whether Archer May actually does a good job. If he goes out and scores like a 70, 80, it might be worthwhile just
Problem is
playing that
you're
out.
not seeing where they reckon him and McMahon are playing forward this week, not going down back at all. Just him and Archer May and Liam McMahon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Archer May's been playing back a bit for you guys. He won't go back.
Oh, only in the back of quarters.
Yeah.
He gets thrown back, but he's been playing forward.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Well,
So, I mean, if he can score, I mean, he's the only option, right? Archer May, Peter Wright,
yeah, Peter Wright.
and who else? That's it. And Liam McMahon will be playing, right? Because we've lost Nate Caddy, so he's gone. We've lost Ben Hobbs, gone. Sardis, gone. Setterfield, gone. We've brought back Menzie, Perkins, Shield,
Yeah, she's
and
back. What the
Guelphy, I think.
Guelphy's
So, like, Essendon's just sitting there absolutely fucked.
mate, are you sure you guys didn't call up James Heard
Honestly.
instead of the kind of coaching?
We've brought back old mate the weapon or whatever his fucking name was, the high performance coach. But yeah, that's my trades and where I'm sitting. I'm kind of tossing up whether or not I trade
Where's
JHF.
Tipper Woody when you need him?
Oh god.
Why are you going to keep him then?
Well, if they
Just
score
for this-
well, then
just
it's
for
like
this week,
I can get through this week.
Yeah.
Um,
And who else would you trade out?
I'd probably trade Doherty.
Yeah.
So
So he's got a few options.
So Doherty's going to play JFH is fucking
But Doherty's been on he's not doing
But he's
well.
gonna drop cash.
Yeah. He's on a bit of
he's on a break
streak.
even of 111.
He's on a
And
bit
he's
of a
basically
plus.
knocking on retirement's door saying, hey, I'm almost ready.
Hey, he had like 6 good weeks. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
good out of an old man.
he did. Anyway, that's my trades. What about yourselves? What are you looking at?
What do you got?
So
Don't look at bringing Doherty in.
Man,
He's just... Who am I, Nick? Stop trying to copy
mate,
me.
I've already got him.
He had a name in his
Yeah,
life.
because you just traded him in.
No, okay, my trades this week are Nick Martin and Jerry out, Lloyd Meek in to cover Jerry, and Bontempelli in for Nick Martin. I've done a few trades, swaps around my team and been able to get
I
Bont.
use the utility and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got enough cover. You know what, we'll see where we score. There could be another cover.
Who's your forward line then if you're taking...
It might be 18, 19.
Who's my forward
Like,
line?
obviously Nick Martin was in, so what's your forward line look like if no Nick Martin?
Bailey Smith, Petrarca, Pickett, Rankin, Daniel, and Hewitt.
Hewitt's on field. Okay.
Yeah. Against Richmond.
Wait, was Nick Martin in your forward line? Or was he in your defence?
Defence.
Well, okay, so what's your defence look like? Sorry, I thought you were weird and had Nick Martin in your defence, not your forward line.
I've got Nas, Holmes, Ash, Rosie in there currently, but obviously I've got some cover for him.
Yeah.
Doherty and McCarthy.
Oh, that's not that's not.
Do you know what? I feel like there's a lot of coaches out there that still have McCarthy at D6.
Yeah.
It's the standout there, the person who shouldn't be there is Sam Doherty.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's because you just traded him in. But, no, so you brought in Bont, and you've brought in Lloyd Meek. So you've got a little bit more budget option in terms of ruck, which I actually don't mind, in order to get a really good upgrade on the inside.
I've got 170k for next week.
Perfect. Hawko, bring us home with your trades. What are you looking at this week?
Alright, so I've got 3 different trades to look at. Like I said, with the Nick Martin captaincy going
Mate, it's not the
wrong.
buyers again, okay? Come on.
Huh?
It's not the buyers, you're doing 3 trades.
Well, 3, like 6 then, if I'm going to say that. Just to see where I'm going to go, gives me different options, and we'll just see what I choose. So, first one is, if I want to go big with the ruck, it'll be Brody Grundy in for Jerry out, and it'll be Nick Martin out for Harley Reid in. Now, I've been talking about this guy for a few weeks. I've been thrown under the bus, as I have been when I mentioned somebody like Dan Curtin or a few other players in the past. I do get them right fairly well, but on occasion I do miss. They've been extra harsh on Harley Reid, but I mean, his role has definitely improved.
You're looking at Harley Reid?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I like
The
that.
last three, he's looked pretty good. I think averaging up nearly 92 or something over the past 3. He's still cheap, 700k. So that is one of the options. This one was where I was nearly looking to go, and as I mentioned before, I wanted to bring in Errol Gordon this week. If I do want to do that, it'll be Gordon in for Martin out, but then that means I need ruck coverage, and the only ruck I could get at a reasonable price would be Jerry out for TDK, which isn't really a good option. That is probably the worst out of the 3, but it is still a possibility. And the one probably that's in the lead at the moment is pretty standard realistically. It's Jerry out for Lloyd Meek because of that break even and keeping for the 3 weeks till he has some tough games. And then it'll be Nick Martin out for Lockie Whitfield in because I have forward coverage there, and then my defense will be stacked. And yeah, so it'll be one of those 3. You will see that tomorrow or Friday night, which option I go for.
Stay tuned over on Instagram, which is where we'll send it
Or
live.
if someone sends in a comment in the next 2 days, I might even just take it from there, and you just choose one of those 3. Because I mean, it's fun.
There you go. In the comment section below, you've got option 1, 2, or 3. You pick. Hawko is going to just back it in, and we'll go from there. 1, 2, or 3, you choose. All right, now let's have a look at some options. We've talked through our trades, and we are a big part of it, but I want to give you some numbers here, okay?
You got some numbers
So,
for us?
Jaden Popowski, who is the Stats by Jaden over on X. If you haven't followed him, what are you doing with yourself? To have a good long hard look in the mirror. I know you don't have Twitter, so
X, whatever
just
it is.
whatever.
Yeah.
But we've got some numbers. So 99.9% of coaches in the top 10,000.
Yeah.
So not you guys, but
so
top
you.
10,000. Yeah, I'm factoring this.
Yeah.
Have at least one of the 4 big
That's
misses.
they fucking
Right.
should.
Right? So, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
2
It should still be higher.
of them,
90%.
98.1%.
Wow.
98.1%.
Well,
So,
it's good to know that I could be in the top 10,000.
yeah, you're playing like a top 10,000 coach. Yeah,
Just not scoring that way.
yeah. Perfect. But what's really interesting is coaches that have 3+, so I factor myself into that.
Is it higher or is it drop off?
It drops off a little bit.
Not much. 81%.
Not much. 81.2%.
Which is where, wait, you guys at 81%? You at the 3? That's you 3?
That's
Ryan, are you 2 or 3? Of those 4?
2.
So
Two.
I'm 3 as well.
Okay, so I'm 3. And
I'm actually better.
there are some coaches out there
Who had 4?
that have 4. Now,
Fuck.
16.7% of the top 10,000 have all 4 of these players. So Martin, JHF, Connor Rossi, and Jerry.
That's brutal.
So in a week where we get 2 trades, we're already cooked. In a week where we get 2 trades next week, you still can't fix your team.
Rosie will be back by then.
Yeah, well, you'd
We
think
hope,
so,
We hope.
provided there's no more carnage.
True, but a whole another week of football could be able to play more carnage.
A lot of coaches, I think, how many coaches have merit? Can you look that up for me?
That's like 22% owned or something, I think he
Is it? Because guess what? He plays for Essendon, and the way they're going, he's probably going to get injured.
Merit's
19.4%.
19.4. So there's another potential
Merit's
set of
unbreakable.
coaches.
I haven't seen that man get hurt in a long time.
No. But the other part, there is one coach, and I just want to highlight this one coach. I don't know your name, but I feel really sorry for you because this coach elected to trade Rankin out and Caldwell in. So he has Caldwell, Jerry, Rosie, JHF, and Martin in his team. So he is in a situation where it's delete and start again.
So what you're saying is he's probably ranked 9,999, about to be 20,000 by next week.
Yeah. He wasn't looking at the highlight colours. He was looking at what the wooden spoon would get you. So
at this point, we're looking at beating him at this point.
Yeah. Ryan's a good shout. That's it. That's how it is. So that is the I guess the landscape. Now let's start with the ruck department because I think the rucks really dictate what happens in the other lines. Now, you've elected to go for a Meek. I've gone for a Grundy.
Yep.
There are coaches going for a Gorn. Some people are looking at a Tim English. Some are looking at a Darcy Cameron.
Some crackheads like Nick think Briggs is the option.
Some crackheads like
TDK.
And some think TDK. But let's break down, maybe if you had to pick out of the options.
It wasn't an option, mate.
What your top three?
Good options.
Top three.
Top three. So, are you paying to go up for a Brody Grundy? Do we think there's value? Do we think there's value in that?
Yeah.
100%. I think he's your number one ruck right now.
Yeah.
Okay, in what world would you not do that?
If you can't,
If you can't afford it.
Okay, so, but if you can't afford him with another trade included in it, or just can't afford him in general?
No, that's why one of my options was not to do that, because if I want Grundy, I have to settle for like a 750k player.
Okay.
And that's not there's not many of those players that are still looking good.
Yep.
I want to go all the way up to like a 900k out, which means I limit myself on the road.
Okay, so you're thinking, hey, I want to prioritize my other position and just take what I can get in the ruck.
Yeah.
And that's resulted in you getting
Meek.
a Meek.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you? Yeah, you've gone Bont and you're going to result in getting a Meek.
I mean, could you not get Grundy? Didn't you not say you have 150k?
I've got
You've got Grundy. Well, then who's next? Grundy, why not go Grundy and Darcy Cameron or Grundy
or
and
Tim English?
I want Meek.
Okay, you want Meek.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm keeping Meek because of the value, and he's going to be some good value for the next couple of games. And I think, Grundy's going to go up again this week.
Grundy is facing a Bryn Teakle at best.
Yeah.
He's,
But then at the same time, when he does that, he checks out. I've seen him do it. We've seen him do it.
He's in a league run
playing,
form.
yeah.
True.
I think this week he's going to score a 140 and above because he's playing North, and who are they got?
Yeah, he's
There's no
vice
zero.
captain option as well.
100%.
5 and 6. So you've got Grundy as your number one option.
Yeah.
If you're not looking at Grundy, who's next? Is it Gorn? Gorn has had an incredible run. He's gone through his tough period. So it's not Gorn?
I think honestly, it's probably either a Marshall or a Cameron.
Marshall or a Cameron, really?
If you don't have.
Well,
Okay, so a Marshall or Cameron from Hawko. I'd say probably a Gorn and Tim English are on par. But I'd probably
can I just
skip
quickly
them.
read this out because this might influence you. So last three average: Grundy, Meek, Marshall, Witts, English, and then O'Brien that rounds off every ruck above 100 in the last 3
But
games.
you're not going Witts, you're not going O'Brien.
No.
Those are defensive rucks. So you've got the others, which Marshall and Grundy have been neck and neck until, I think, what did Marshall, give me a second. What did Marshall score to Grundy this week? Because they were neck and neck.
70.
Marshall only scored 70.
Yeah.
So Grundy blew that out, obviously, this week. But they were close until that.
Yeah.
So Marshall definitely an option.
Okay, so let me give you
But now you've got to look at it by the run home.
Yeah. So run home wise, we'll go week by week, and you tell me who you'd prefer. Okay. So you said a Darcy Cameron.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look. We've got a Luke Jackson Sean Darcy combo is who Darcy Cameron's going up against.
Yeah.
We said not Briggs. Marshall. So Marshall is taking on a Reece Stanley Blix.
So both are good options in that first week for both of them, realistically, right?
Yeah. Grundy is taking on a no.
So again, that's three straight good
Yep.
options for those three players this week.
Tim English is taking on Oscar McInerney and Darcy Ford.
So we've got three.
So what have you
yes
ranked
and
so
no.
far?
So the top three, obviously, out of those four, you've got all three. You've got everyone but English. So you've got Cameron, Grundy, and Marshall.
Cool. Meek. Let's have a look.
So let's do the top five.
Meek does Port, so that's an easy.
So let's go 4 out. So 4 yes, 5 1 no. So far English is no.
Okay. So Meek then goes on to 4 really hard matchups. He's got TDK and Pitney.
Yeah.
He's got Riley O'Brien,
That's tough.
Darcy Cameron,
Yeah.
Max Gawn,
Yeah.
and Oscar McInerney. And
So
Darcy
that's only
Cameron.
one good week.
So one good week, right? Is
2.
Meek.
I don't rate Pitnet or TDK at the moment.
Well, they're hard. They're considered hard. Marshall goes, as we said, Geelong.
Yeah.
But then he goes Max Gawn,
Yeah.
a Jerry-less North.
Yeah.
Then he goes Nank, Essendon, GWS.
I think that's
So that's a pretty
that's
decent round.
that's the best one by a mile at the moment.
Yeah,
Marshall's
really
a good
run.
shout.
Yeah.
And then we go, let's have a look at
So
English.
English and Cameron are the last two.
yeah, and Max. So then Tim English goes a Goldstein.
Yeah.
He goes Briggs,
Yeah.
Max Gawn.
Yeah.
He goes West Coast,
Yeah.
and then Sean Darcy and Luke
So that's
Jackson.
another good one as well.
So far I'd say the run for a Bulldogs and a run for St Kilda.
Yeah.
are the
It's
best.
Marshall and Marshall and English, right? Unless who's the last one?
Maxi Gawn. So Max Gawn goes a Rowan Marshall who basically lets you do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's just an outscoring game basically between when you versus Marshall. Yeah.
He goes West Coast.
Yeah.
He goes Bulldogs, so against the Llama.
Yeah.
And then he takes on Hawthorn and Collingwood.
Darcy Cameron.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So I don't like those last two
it's
matchups.
It's Marshall and English. So
It's
the
Marshall
best.
and English.
Yeah.
And Grundy.
And Grundy.
So
Those
there are
three.
your 3 options in the ruck.
Definitely.
All right, now let's talk forward line. Now the forward line is bloody hard.
I only have one name.
Okay, give me your name.
Well, I think you have the same name.
Who is it?
Jack Martin.
I do have Jack Martin. Has been scoring quite well. Is good value.
Yeah.
I can't afford him with. So if you're trading out a JHF and a Sherry,
Yeah.
you can't get to a Grundy and
You
a
can't get to both.
Martin.
Could you get Meek?
You can get Gawn and Jack Martin.
So you'd easily be able to get
You can get Meek and Martin.
and Martin. Yeah.
Myers is another good name. So if you are going to go a bit more budget, so on Meek, you could get a Brian Myers who does have a very good run home,
Yeah.
similar to what Jack Martin does.
The only problem is he just Holmes and Bailey Smith can turn it on. He won't then Grind Myers gets shoved out.
Yeah. The other person that I do think is a really good option, and this is actually a caveat. If you have Luke Jackson in your forward line, put him in the ruck and call it a day, get a forward. But Luke Parker has had an incredible run of form over the last 4. He is about
Averaging like
800k, I want to say.
I think he's over
Yeah.
the past 4 weeks. Yeah.
It's been like 92, 97, 102,
Yeah.
111, I think.
Yeah.
Has
So
been
about
doing really
95.
well.
Yep.
Are there any other names that you would consider in the forward line?
No, not for that. Not for where we're looking price range now, because you don't want to drop too far down. I mean, the only
You've lost. You're not going to bring in Kennedy.
No. The only one that, and we did mention this before, if the role's there and is his confirmed, Jack Hutchinson, if that role is there.
Is he forward
Yeah.
option or
Yeah,
is he
he's a forward
defender?
option. I'm pretty sure he's mid forward.
Let's have a look.
If you want to double check that though, but yeah.
Hunt. Yeah, forward mid.
Yeah.
So 583k.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Again, if the role's there, but we don't know, and I want to give it at least this week, because it could be Dwyer instead, but I don't know, Hutchinson's really owning it at the moment. Alright, so that's the forward. There's not many options forward line. We've done them, did we do the mids?
No, we didn't. So in terms of mids,
Let's just fly through the mids, because I think there's 4. With the price and where you want to go, you don't really want to go down. You really want the cream of the crop, so to say. I think Zach Merritt now hopefully is not going to get swayed by Scott and actually just keep him in midfield, do your thing, because even though your team looks better with him in there, and
It's a bad run.
He looks okay, but He's scoring, maybe he's going to score enough, but it's a bad run though, so who knows.
So he's got potential Bedford, which hasn't been really tagging.
No.
He goes Bulldogs, which will kind of let him run free. He goes Sydney with James Jordan. And keep in mind, this is an Essendon team that has literally no one else. Geelong, Ocean Mullen will do the job on him, or Atkins. And then St Kilda, Windhager.
So not great. Alright, so Tom Green.
Tom Green, great option.
Tom
Runs
Green,
in
Fanny
Essendon
Callahan,
this
good option. Zach Butters.
Butters, yeah, look.
With
it's
Rosie out as well. But
I regret getting Butters last week. I should have just gone for Bond.
Yeah.
He's going to get tagged through the ice hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well then if you switch it back down, this guy's a
That's
defensive
the only
option as
problem
well.
Josh has got.
What about Bergman then?
Yes, I mean, Bergman could be a great option if you need a defender mid option.
Yeah. We're just
Without,
talking mids, but yeah, like
yeah, without having JJF or Rosie.
Rosie, yeah.
But does the Rosie missing hurt him more? Because does he now have to play that half back?
You can't. You got to put him in the mid. Well, unless you're going to throw like Moraes and Liddy both in the midfield,
Maybe, yeah.
which that's a pretty poor midfield to verse against our midfield. With
Yeah.
Walpole
Well, you just
and-
gave Newcomb a rev up, so
Yeah,
there
well,
he's about to come out and go.
Yeah, they're just lucky they're not versing us next week if Dave was in there as well.
He's doing quite well.
And then the last one is, well, we can't really skip this guy after his performance in the fourth quarter against the Suns last week.
82 points.
Josh Dacos.
Yeah, crazy.
Look, I mean, I feel like I've mentioned this guy a couple of times, at least a few weeks ago. We always kind of negate him though, because it's obviously Nick's always the better option to go to. But
Yeah.
man, he turned it on, making it positioned his own this year. It's not give the ball to Nick.
Yeah.
It's not do this way and this way. It's I'm my own player. I'm doing it this way, and this is what I can do when I'm at the best of the best.
Yeah.
So definitely an option there. I mean, I feel like
Would you look to play him more in your defence though?
Yeah,
like
I
if
would.
if you had Nick Martin down back, maybe you could do that.
yeah, but I mean, all that would do is I'd throw like Sheasel or somebody in the mid.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then defenders, as we mentioned, Bergman was one. This is taken from Croxy though, even though he has thrown some options in. He hasn't mentioned this one. Jasper Fletcher, I don't know. Supposedly he's been averaging about 90.
He's been doing well, but
Yeah.
like, if a potential Coleman return on
Yeah.
the horizon, like, what does that do?
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have any faith in backing that in.
No, not yet. And then sometimes again, the Brisbane players go missing sometimes as well, and their forward lines just take over, and the defence has nothing to do because we've seen Zorko drop like 50s
Yeah.
this year when they're decimating, so it's kind of hard to look at. And I think that's going to be it for trade options. Probably quite a bit of a long section there, guys, but this is where we're trying to get you as many decent players as we can.
The only trade option I would be considering if you don't have him is Lockie Whitfield.
Oh, yeah.
But against an depleted Essendon team, he's an incredible run home, very cheap. He's an absolute lock from a defender standpoint.
Yeah. Cheapest he's been in the last couple of years at least.
All right, amazing. So that is some trade targets. Hopefully you've been able to come out of that with a little idea of where you're going to go. Maybe drop down who you're looking at if you haven't already. So let us know which option Hawko should bring in and who you're looking to trade yourself. But let's have a look now at the injury report. What's been going on?
Yeah.
We've talked about some of them.
Look, we've talked about all of them basically. Look, it's realistically, we're in the nitty gritty. I'm not going to go over many reasonable options. It's just basically Jerry Rosie, Juan Francis and Martin. There's a few other little ones that, we could
Rumored Dacos.
Yeah, rumored Dacos, Rosie,
Got his
obviously.
foot crushed, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously returning this week, Hayden Young. I mean, who knows what that's going to inject into that Fremantle squad.
Hopefully it frees Sarong up a bit.
Well, that would be interesting. If it does, I mean, what's he?
I don't think he's going to.
840, I want to say roughly Hayden Young is.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, but I mean, you can't really realistically bring him week one. And then, as we mentioned, Kitty Coleman. Liam McMahon's getting the debut this week, which will then tie, mate, you guys are having a mare, tie the record from Fitzroy set in 1991 with 13 debutants in a single year. I mean, let's be honest, that's still 5 weeks ago. You can probably break that at this point. Again, and there's not really many. Smilly's still a week away from getting a debut for Richmond. We're still getting his fitness up. Luke Beacon, look, he could be an option if Brisbane decide to bring him in instead of with the Ainsworth injury, instead of Coleman or Darcy Gardner.
Yeah.
Regards to Gardner. Could be Beacon instead, could go Young to see, just trial somebody out. There's not really many other people that are high ranking. Obviously, there could be just somebody thrown into the mix. But if you look at it close enough, jump on that as soon as you find out on Thursday night, or Friday night, I should say. I think that's going to be it.
Amazing. So that is injury report. Now, in terms of MRO, we've already spoken about a big one. Jerry with the left hook took out Thomas Barrett and copped 3 weeks for that one. Look, I say it's a hook, but it's not actually that bad. Zach Bailey as well got done for 1 week for the hit on Nick Hines.
It was a good hit. It's just their heads clashed,
clashed.
and it's just unfortunate if there's any type of injury there. It was a great hit from Zach Bailey, and it was just unfortunate there was a head knock.
It hit him good, hey?
Yeah, it was clean.
And then Chera. So the league has definitely made a, how would you say it? Taken a standpoint on umpire contact.
His fourth one, yeah.
Pardon?
Fourth one?
Yeah, fourth instance. So he went to the tribunal. He got fined $5,500. So they've gone with a fine and said, hey, look, this is something we've pulled out, so we're going to fine you, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be fined every week. So Matt Rao, be on
at the
close
same
watch.
time, look, the umpires are too much in the slot. They really should be fucking getting out of the way a little bit more.
I agree, but it is what it is.
But it is what it is, and you just got to be more aware, unfortunately, on the field. All right, brings us to...
That is the MRO. Now we're going to take a look at just the tips.
All right.
So Nick's not here to lead it off, so
I'll
we'll go through it.
5.
Pardon?
I only got 5 last week.
There was a shocking week last
What did you get?
7, bro.
Oh, congratulations. Not all heroes wear capes. So we've got GWS taking on Essendon. We're going to go GWS here
100%.
for me at Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a margin of 45 points.
Right. 43.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to drop it to 34.
Right.
43 points, GWS.
Oh, you did have the same. And I'm going the Giants by 62.
62.
Wow.
Geez, might have to throw a sneaky $5 or something on there. Essendon Bombers, $10.25 odds. We've got Brisbane taking on the Bulldogs at the Gabba.
I mean, this is higher than I would think it would be. 93 to 7%. I mean, it's at the Gabba.
I mean, the Gabba hasn't been that much of a,
not a stable
it's not unbeatable location anymore.
But maybe the Lions bounce back over the park because they've been a bit of a rough patch the last couple of weeks. So I'm going Lions.
Amazing. We've got Hawks taking on Port Adelaide.
Hawk.
I'm going Hawks.
It's in Tassie, so with the injuries as well, really
That's going to be freezing.
Yeah.
Sydney taking on North Melbourne.
Well, also, just jumping to that, that's why I don't think Rosie will play. If it was just a home game.
Because of the travel.
The travel as well to Tassie.
I mean, it's only a short trip from
It's a
Adelaide.
bit cold on your fingers.
Yeah, broken finger as well.
Broken finger. Anyway, Sydney versus
Sydney taking on North. This is Sydney all day.
This is if
gone
this is
North
not
Sydney.
a decimation, they don't even consider playing finals.
Yeah. North Sydney for me.
We've got Carlton taking on Melbourne.
Ooh, what do we got, boys?
I've gone Carlton.
I've gone Melbourne.
I'll go Melbourne.
Are you doing this just to be different, or are you making a mistake?
Mate, okay. In what world do you think Carlton's going to win this?
I mean, in what world do either of we think of either?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's I'm already losing.
You
Who
thought
cares?
Essendon were going to win last week too, but you know.
Yeah, well, we've got West Coast Eagles taking on Richmond.
Ryan, what do you got, mate?
100% Richmond.
I'm going to go West Coast.
If we
it's
win
over
this,
at Optus.
if we win this, we pretty much go up to another rank overall.
Yeah, so you go 16th.
Yeah.
But what if North Melbourne beats Sydney?
Yeah, but then also if St Kilda lose against the Cats, I believe we're equal.
Next
Yeah,
game.
but you have to win. Hey, okay,
Anyway,
so Cats
we're
taking
going
on.
to Cat.
Alright,
I think we're going to beat.
two to Eagles, 1 to Tigers.
Have you gone Richmond or you gone?
No, I've gone
You
Eagles.
gone West Coast.
I've got West Coast for sure.
Eagles.
At Optus as well.
Yeah.
They're going to shoot.
Mate, they've only won one game all season.
Eagles are looking pretty.
Yeah, but they've been
the last few
competitive.
weeks. Yeah, they've been looking pretty
They've
good.
been competitive. You beat a bloody witch's hat side called Essendon. We've got Collingwood taking on Freo.
Well, you've got Geelong
Geelong taking on St Kilda. Well, I thought we were
Geelong. Yeah,
Geelong. Collingwood taking on Freo.
The Collingwoods.
I was kind of considering Fremantle, but I mean,
When you were drunk or?
no, just
Yeah,
I mean,
Hawko
it's-
had a few before we kicked off.
Yeah.
it's just I think they're back at the G, and you know the bunch of fans are still pissed off. Mate, you should have seen the drunk guys at Royal Pines last week. They were not fucking happy. Jesus Christ, after the Suns beat them last week, I'll tell you that much.
And finally we've got Adelaide taking on the Suns. So this isn't at People First, it's at Adelaide Oval. What are we thinking here? I am going to go to Adelaide.
You've got Gold Coast.
Have you?
I've gone Adelaide.
I'm going to go Adelaide.
Alright, good.
I've just gone the full left side except for the Giants. Yeah. But that is the tips. Hopefully, good luck to you in your trading. Again, let us know in the comment section below. Is it option 1, 2 or 3 for Hawko? And who are you looking to trade in this week? But thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And as always, we will see you in the next one. Happy trading.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.